Hope you guys are doing well today, and hopefully you can hear me. We're actually live at a car auction right now. We got 3 lanes going right now. I'm at ADESA in Raleigh, North Carolina. So I'm testing out. We've not done a Google or a YouTube live yet, so gonna give this a shot. Thought I'd give you a quick tip just while I'm here at the auction. If you're a member of our Facebook group, you probably are a member of our email list. So if you're not, go to thecarflip.com, put in your email address at the top of the page. You'll get our emails. You can subscribe to our Facebook page from there. But basically, I sent out an email Tuesday or Wednesday. Part of the email was just talking about how I just bought a house. We're actually in the process right now of going under contract, and it's just a process that, you know, drags on and on and on. There's a lot of terms that are thrown around when you're buying a house that you don't normally use, and one of those terms is due diligence. Due diligence meaning that's your time before taking ownership of the house and paying for it, that you can look over the house and you know, check out different components. We just had a test on the AC and heat unit. They checked out good. We've got to have a full home inspection. We've got to, let's see, have the well tested, the water tested. There's some kind of gas that's prevalent in our county. There's a lot of things going on. But when you go to buy a car, it's the same way. And a lot of people get burned, especially on their first flip. They're really excited. They go to buy a car. They get it home and realize, oh my goodness, I got this, this, and this, and they end up losing money because they didn't take the time, they didn't spend the due diligence and I see your message, Dragon Slayer, can I talk about classic cars? I definitely will. And your due diligence on a classic car is way more important than on all these cars that are running in front of me right now. But I've got the opportunity to take the time for this house for the next 3 weeks to check it out, to make sure it's what we expect it to be and what it's been promised to be by the seller. So we're having all these inspections done. I'll go look at it myself. Really excited about it. It's got a creek. It's in the woods. We're going from a neighborhood to that, so we're really excited about that. I'll keep y'all updated. If you're a member of the email list, thecarflip.com, top of the page, put your email address in, or just subscribe to this channel. But these cars that are going through, I bought 3 already. I bought an F-150, 2004 F-150, a 2010 Chevy Traverse, and a Chevrolet Malibu, I think an 09, 08, 09. But before I bought them, I came last night, and actually early this morning, looked at them, drove them. You're not supposed to drive them on sale day, so I drove them last night. I put my scanner on them, made sure there were no codes. There were several cars that I didn't even consider because they had check engine lights that worried me. One pickup truck was stuck in 4-wheel drive low. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to keep my eye out here. I actually have some more cars coming. Trying to make sure I don't miss them. But there's a lot of things that I caught that clued me in that I didn't need to spend but X amount on. And a lot of times cars coming through an auction, a lot of guys don't come out early and look at them, so somebody else is going to pay full price for a car that has an issue and they don't know about it, and they're going to be hurting when they get back to the car lot. For me, I want to know the issues ahead of time. It gives me a lot more confidence when I'm buying. I know that I can pay up to what I've decided to pay with confidence, knowing there's not going to be any surprise issues. When you buy a car, you have way more time than I do because you can go to the person's house, you can drive it. Your due diligence runs all the way up until the time you hand them cash. So for my house, I get 3 weeks. You get all the time in the world until you hand them money. So that's important. That's the car flip tip. Be careful what you buy. Inspect it properly. We're going to be filming for the upcoming car flip course. Actually going to be filming out here as I'm looking at cars next week, I believe. We may do a YouTube live if this goes well. We're going to be filming what I do, my process, what I look at, what I'm looking at on the exterior, what I'm looking at on the interior, different mechanical things, drive items. So stay tuned for that. We'll be announcing more of that to the email list first, and then on Facebook, and I'm sure here as well. Classic cars, Dragon Slayer. Classic cars are a lot of fun. Classic cars are very time intensive. I don't do a ton of classic cars just because of that fact. They're very time intensive. Every now and then you'll buy one that's done. My dad has a car lot. He just bought a 19, I don't think it was like a 23, or I might be off on the year, but it was an OT bucket. Fully done, bought it, sold it in a week, easy. He just sold a 68 Mustang that we've had for a while. It was a car we had when I was in high school. I got to drive it and stuff. But Daniel Walker, I'm missing your question here. Let's see. When previewing auction cars, how do you know if the OBD codes are legitimate problems or just other dealers messing with cars? That's a real thing. Dealers come and they unplug stuff. They'll unplug sensors. They'll pull airbag plugs so you might have lights. For me, I'm going to reference the code with an actual issue. There was a car earlier that had a that I was looking at, it was a Nissan Altima, had a misfire code on cylinder 3, but there was no check engine light. That told me that was from a previous issue that the car realized there's no more misfire, so it turned the check engine light off. Most likely it was from an engine cleaning. Someone could have pulled a coil, coil wire, but it was fine. I bid on it. It went too high, so I didn't buy it. So you're going to reference the code with an actual issue. If you have a transmission code, generally I'm going to stay away from it just because I don't want to mess with the transmission issue. So you can drive it and see how the transmission feels. If you have a misfire code, you can feel a misfire. You feel a little shudder. If you have a catalytic converter code, is there loss of power? Is there not? I know how much a catalytic converter costs, so I'll take that into account as I'm buying how much it should cost me to fix it. So you want to reference the issue with what the problem should be, and then you can check the solution. You can Google it, see what common issues are. I do that all the time. I'm Googling here at the car lot if it's outside of my bank of knowledge. But back to classic cars, there's a lot of money to be made. There's a higher profit margin as opposed to you making your $1,500, $2,000 on a normal car. You might make $7,000, $8,000 on a classic car. There's a lot more time involved. There's a lot more things that can go wrong. Parts are harder to come by. It's more difficult to find someone to work on them. A lot of fun, just more time intensive, which is why I don't do a lot of them, because I've got a lot going on, and my mechanic is really busy with all my normal work, so it'd be hard to throw something else of that magnitude on him. So that is this car flip tip. I will be doing more of these. They seem to work pretty well, pretty easy to do. Maybe we'll have better sound next time if I can get a microphone. Otherwise, I've got some cars coming up, and I'm going to go hopefully bid on them. Actually got a minivan coming right now, so exciting, Honda Odyssey. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great weekend.